Question number 5 asks about the distribution of students who have and have not completed remediation mathematics by ethnicity. So we're going to go to the spreadsheet to take a look at how to figure that one out. So on the spreadsheet, I have already moved the graph so that it's out of the way a little bit, just to give me a little more space to write some things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click in a cell, doesn't really matter where, and I'm just going to type in white, yes, no, Hispanic, yes, no, and then other, yes, and no. So ethnicity is in column E for me, and the math remediation is in column I for me. So there's a way that we can use what are called filters to be able to have Excel display just the information that I want it to display at any time. So it doesn't delete anything, it just shows certain things. So I'm going to create a new filter view. And if I do that and scroll all the way up to the top, actually I had selected a cell to begin with, so I'm going to select everything and then go back up to my filter and create a new filter. And you'll notice that there's a little triangle at the top of each column label, and that allows me to sort or just only look at things that meet a certain criteria. So I'm going to start with ethnicity. And the default is that it shows everything. I'm going to just choose white and click OK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that information and I am just going to copy it. And then down at the very bottom of the spreadsheet, there's a little plus there that allows you to add sheet. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to paste, because that will show me how many people meet the criteria. Now I do have one row with the labels, so it's up to 22, which means there's 21 white students. So now what I want to know is, of those 21, how many of them completed math remediation? So if I again click on everything that's here and turn on my filter, and then go to my math remediation column, I'm just going to choose the no's and click OK. So of the 21 white students, 3 were no's, which means that 18 were whites. So I'm going to come back down here to my sheet 1, and I'm going to scroll around a little bit until I see, oh, I've got my filters on right now. So I'm going to turn my filters off by going to none. And so under white, I had 3 no's, I had 18 yeses. Okay, next I'm going to go back to my filter. So I'm going to create a new filter view. And under ethnicity, I'm just going to choose Hispanics, click OK, and then I'm going to copy. The thing is that it keeps going down to, like if I just look at the bottom number, that doesn't tell me how many Hispanics there are. It gives me everybody. So to get the count, I'm going to click Add Sheet again. And then I'm going to paste. So now these are only the Hispanics. We can see that coming down this column. There are 56, because remember I have one row at the top, which is my labels. And now of these 56, if I click on the math remediation, actually let me click on everything, turn my filter back on. So create a new filter view, and now go to math remediation. I'm going to say just the nose. So of the 56, I have, and I'm going to do a copy again. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I need to use the keystroke. And adding, this is where Excel is a lot better because you don't have to keep pasting things into new spreadsheet files. It will actually show the counts for you at the bottom of each filter. But this one doesn't. So this one shows me that there are 16 no's. So I'm going to, at this point, go back down here to my sheet 1. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to turn my filters off, and then I'm going to get back up to my Hispanics. So I had 16 no's and I had 40 yeses. And then my other, I do the same way. I'm going to turn the filters on again, create a new filter view, and then under ethnicity, I'm just going to choose other. I'm going to copy these, create a new sheet, paste. So there are 23, and of those 23, if I create a new filter view, there are 3 no's. So if I go back to my sheet 1 and I turn my filters off, I have 3 no, 20 yeses. Okay, so it's a little awkward to get that information, but you don't have to count by hand, and this is especially useful if you have a big data set. So now I want to find the percentages for each. So for the white, what I'm going to do is begin with equals, and I want to take the value right here, the 18, except for I don't want to type in 18. I want to type in the value of, or the label of the cell. So the number in cell O13, and I'm going to divide that by the sum. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I can just say $18, $O, $13 plus $O, $14. So what that does is it takes the two values right here, adds them together, and it divides the 18 by that. Now I do have to put the summation right here inside parentheses, otherwise it'll do the division first and the addition second, and that's not going to be quite right. So I'm going to hit the return, then I can click on this and I can copy down. Now the only thing, I'm going to have to make a couple minor little changes here. So it works well for the whites. When I click on the Hispanic and look up at the formula bar, it says take the value in O15, which is fine, but it says to take the value of these two added up, which is not what I really want. I want it to take the value now of the Hispanic number of Hispanic students, which would be in O15 and O16. So while I'm clicked here in this cell P15, I come up here to the formula bar and I change this to O15 plus O16. I hit enter, and I can now drag that one to the other Hispanic row, and then I'm going to change the other ethnicity to O17 to O18, and then I'm going to fill that down. So if I want to change all of those to percentages, I can highlight the whole group and I can click on percent up here in the menu bar. If I want to decrease the number of decimals, I can until they're whole numbers or whatever I want. So the worksheet is asking to copy all of that information. So again, I'm going to use my screen capture and just collect all of that. And then I'm going to paste it into the worksheet. And then a screenshot with the formula bar. So if I just click on one of these and come up here to the formula bar and paste it in, that will get you an answer that works just fine for that one.